Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to do something that I've seen floating around YouTube a little bit, and that's the if I wasn't a YouTuber, if I wasn't online, if I wasn't doing makeup on social media, what my makeup collection would look like. This is based on the kind of makeup person I am now. Years back, whether or not I had a YouTube channel, I would still have a lot of makeup. But as we speak, that is a totally different ball game. I'm going to try my best to put up somewhere some photos. I technically could gather majority of them in my collection, but nope. Starting off with primers, I would go with the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer. That one's just, it's so bulletproof for me and my oily skin. If I want something to last for the entirety of the day, I trust that one the most. If I wanted something a little bit more glowy for YouTube and just like light makeup wear, I would go with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I feel like it's just been very good for me. I don't react to it in any way. It's very smoothing and it does bring a lot of that radiance to the face. I am going to try the e.l.f. Putty Primer, which I have coming from Ulta, but for this video's sake, we're going to stick with the Tatcha Silk Canvas. Foundation, simple, easy. I'm going to stick with the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation, which I usually use. It's a perfect like medium full coverage, but very lightweight on the skin, and it does have like a satin look to the skin, so it's sort of in between that glow and matte. And for the second option, I'm going to go with Estee Lauder. That's my full coverage choice, mattifying, and when I combine that with the Becca primer, I mean, it ain't going nowhere. For concealer, I'm going to go with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I could probably just do with that alone. That would be my ultimate choice of concealer. It's got such great coverage, but again, much like the foundation, it's so lightweight. It feels like nothing on the skin. I just love it. But for full coverage as another option, I'm gonna go with Tarte Shape Tape. I do like the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, but it's such a big thing of concealer, and knowing the way and the amount of concealer that I use it in, I can't finish it before it goes bad. So Shape Tape is, I think it's a safer amount for me to go with. Powder. Once upon a time, I was a loose powder kind of person. I like to bake, but it's just, I mean, now it's too much. I don't care. You know, at this point, I don't care about powder. As long as it keeps my face looking the way I want it, it's fine. I do have the Patrick Star one, and it's a good option to have should I ever need it for like extra staying power. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna start with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. That is my go-to matte powder. It is a pressed one, and from the beginning, it has been my favorite. I'm talking years of owning this product, and I'm still sticking with it. A more natural, glowier option would be the MAC Mineralized Skinfinish Natural, and I've used that for years as well. I've had it since it was in the older packaging. I think I used to have 2 shades, but still the glow, just like the natural glow it gives the skin, I still love it. It is what I have on my face today, just a coat of it everywhere and a little bit of that matte powder underneath for my eyes so it doesn't get all crazy. Love those 2 powders. These next 2 cream products are newer to my routine, but it's become staples, and that's the Fenty Matchsticks. I use Mocha for contouring and like shaping out my face first when I have all of that base liquid product down, and then I go with the highlighter in Trippin, and I just put that in the high points of my face, down my nose, right here. I looked like I was flipping you off, I'm sorry. And then I just blend all of that out, put the powder on top. It looks great. Speaking of bronzer, I would pick the Fenty Stalk'r bronzer in Island Ting. It's one of my favorite finds, and kind of surprised that I like it as much as I do, because it was something I wanted to try, but I wasn't necessarily like hyped about it. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't really looking forward to it. It's so easy to blend. Great job on that, Rihanna. And the Matchsticks, I mean, you're like my bronzer pick technically. But as my other option, I'm gonna go with my ride or die. That's Laguna. It's the only bronzer I've ever repurchase. I had to repurchase Laguna. I hit pan on it. It was getting old. I still have it in my collection, and it's gonna be the next bronzer that I put into my rotation. Blush. I was gonna go with 5, and then I said, no, Annabelle, you can't. I tried to do 2, couldn't do that either. So I went with 3. We're gonna do 2 from MAC, 1 in Peaches. Duh, like I cannot not pick Peaches. I wanted so bad to include Gingerly as well, but I had to fight not making it more than 3. I really, I'm also gonna go with Fleur Power, and that would be the pink option. Peach is self-explanatory, and then Fleur Power would be like the pinky option. And to round off the list, I'm gonna go with NARS's Amour, and this I feel is like it's a bit more rosy, has a bit of that red pink, and those 3 in combination, they're pretty safe for me to like use on different occasions. I also wanted to include something more neutral, but as I think about it, I could use the bronzer, you know what I mean, like make some concoction. I could have figured it out, so I just went with straight color. So we have the peach, the pink, and the rosy shade. That's pretty safe, I would say, but I would say I would need more, honestly. Highlighter, this is not fair, I know, because it's discontinued, but this is my collection, and if I could bring it back from the dead, then I would. And that's the NARS Tribulation blush. It's not a blush, it's a highlighter, and if you look back on like maybe my Instagram and you see Tribulation listed, I've been currently listing it as discontinued because it is, but that's a highlighter that I have on, and it's still my favorite highlighter. Point blank, period. But my other option would be Bobbi Brown's Afternoon Glow. I almost went with the Dior Nude Glow, but it's so similar to Tribulation. It's the same color family, and again, I would like options. So Afternoon Glow, it's got a bit of like a pinky, goldeny shift to it, and so my looks lean a little bit more warm. I could use that, and then, you know, use Tribulation for everything else. Smart, I know. Brows, 3 products, same brand, that's it. Starting with the ABH Brow Wiz in medium brown, chef's kiss. No need for explanations, that is my favorite brow pencil. Actually my favorite brow product, period. But in conjunction with that, to kind of, you know, make things a little bit more bold, a little more spicy, I would go with, what the hell was that? I would go with the Dipbrow Pomade, and I was thinking about which color I would go with, and I think I'm gonna go with the ash brown. That's the shade that's kind of like my brow color. It's a cooler tone, but I like to use it to like define. That's what I've been doing as of recently, using the pomade to define and then the brow pencil for everything else, and then you set everything with a clear brow gel. Anastasia's clear brow gel, I didn't know how good it was until I tried a sample of it, and then thank goodness I got another sample, and now I've got 3 new ones. I'm so happy I never have to buy that brow product because I love it, but I don't want to spend money on it. That's why you buy sets. Okay, eyeshadow. I have seen a few people do like 5 eyeshadow palettes. Look, let me just put it, simply put, I would just keep all of my build my own palette. So that's my 2 MAC ones and my 1 Colourpop. 2 15 pan palettes of MAC and 1 24 pan palette of Colourpop. That's a lot of eyeshadow, but that's all I need. I don't want ones that are already curated. I want to make it myself. Let me pick out my colors, and we're good. And I did previously post a building my own perfect eyeshadow palette, so maybe you could refer to that to figure out what color scheme my eyeshadow palettes will look like. Lashes, because I need them. I would go with Ardell 113s. Bam, thank you, finished. Favorite. And the best companion lash, in my opinion, is the Cocoa Lashes Queen Bee. I feel like the hype around it has kind of been like dying down. There's more lashes to try out, more brands coming out on the market, but still, It's such a beautiful lash. I hate the band on it because it's so thick, but I can't seem to steer away from it. Those are a constant in my collection. Mascara, I'm gonna pick two and they're the same mascara. That's the L'Oreal Carbon Black Mascara, and I would just get it in regular and waterproof. Done, finished. Finito. Liners. The first one on the list is pretty obvious. It's the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. Used to be the NYC one, stopped making it, and thank goodness NYX saved the day, because I cannot stand like pen liquid liners, and just how many of those on the market are glossy. It's hard to find a matte one. You can find some semi-matte ones, but I'm talking like gel liner quality matte. But in addition to that, other liners that I would get are simple kohl ones, and I'm gonna go with Urban Decay. I feel like they last the longest. Like, I've had some for a while and they're still creamy. Call me basic, but I'm just gonna go with Perversion, like a really black eyeliner, and then Whiskey. I'm not sure if they make Whiskey anymore, but it's just like, it's the perfect shade of brown, because you don't want to wear black eyeliner all the time, and the second best option to have is brown. I think it's the first best option, but let's round up the collection with lips. Starting off with lip liners. They're all MAC, and I went with 4. This was hard, but I did it. The first one is Cork. Need I say more? It's my favorite lip liner ever. I could live with that alone, but I'm not going to, because this is just pretend, and in pretend we can push the boundaries. So in addition to that, I'm gonna add Hover, and this might be my second favorite lip liner. The more I use it, the more I see how much I love it and how versatile it can be with different makeup looks. So yeah. I'm also gonna go with Whirl. This was like hyped few years back, but rightfully so. It's a good lip liner. You can mix it in with your pinks and your mauves, and it looks beautiful. And lastly, I'm gonna go with Spice. Spice has a special place in my heart. It was my first MAC lip liner ever, and I'm talking college days, so long time ago, before the 10s, guys. I've had this lip liner more than once over, and I still love it. And the lipstick number is gonna match. I've gone with 4, the first one being the NARS Audacious Lipstick in Barbara, just a good traditional light nude, just so you can mix and match, maybe lighten up some of your lip colors. It's just always good to have a basic lighter nude. Then we have Charlotte Tilbury's Very Victoria. I love this lipstick. I think I have about 5 left, but still, it is my favorite. Very Victoria is it's such a good lipstick. And finally for MAC, I have 2. This was hard as well, but I'm gonna go with Taupe. I'm never disappointed with Taupe. I think it's just the way that it looks against my skin tone. It just complements it well. So anything else that I have on my face, it just looks good. I can never go wrong with Taupe. So it had to go on the list. And I'm also gonna go with Velvet Teddy. Much like Taupe, I feel like it's complementary to my skin tone. It's hard to mess it up with my makeup looks. I just can always rely on it to finish off my makeup look. Honorable mentions, guys. I'm just gonna put this out there, but if I could, I would also add the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencils in Bahama and Walkery. I really like them because technically they're not lipsticks, they're lip pencils, so I would add them in as honorary mentions. Okay, thank you. And for lip gloss, I know that I speak highly of Colourpop because they're cheap and they work well, but if I just could keep, if I wasn't gonna be having all of this makeup, I would just stick with the MAC Cream Sheen Glass. They're my favorite lip glosses of all time. So the first one is Just Superb, and it's like a lighter neutral shade. Then there's Delight, I think it's called. I don't know if it's like a mid-tone neutral kind of mauve color. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pulling this out of my memory. I just remember the 3 shades that I always owned, and those are the first 2. And the last one is Boy Bait, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the light pink one. So you got your 3 options. I can mix and match with all my lip colors and it'll look great. I technically could just do away with one, but it's, options. And that is it for my ultimate makeup collection if I wasn't a YouTuber or person who bought a whole bunch of makeup because of social media, and I was just going to condense it and it was going to be manageable. Because no matter how many times I try to lie to myself that my collection is small and it's condensed, it is, but that's in comparison to what it was, and what it was ridiculous. So yes, technically I could condense it further. But anyways guys, thank you so much for joining me in this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. If you have a video similar to this, please leave me like your link down below so I can check it out. I've been loving watching other people's videos like this, and if you do have a YouTube channel and haven't done a video like this, I would love to see your take on it if you're interested. You know, it's good to see what people are like die hard for. This is what's gonna take me till the end of time. For now. If you guys like this makeup look, go ahead and check me out on Instagram. First link in the description box down below, where I will post a photo of this makeup look along with all the products in the caption. Till the next video, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys. Scratch the armpit. I'm itchy. Itchy. Should I film another video? Stop it. Stop the Instagram. Ooh, candy. Mike and Ike's Sourlicious Sours. This isn't my favorite one. I like the, is there a green pack of sours? I don't know. I like that one better. Guys, the truth